Get this pulled up on YouTube. People should be able to hear us, but I'm gonna leave it on the starting screen because it's funny. All right, and talking mode. Hello, everyone. All of me watching my own stream. I'm gonna make sure the audio's off. It was not. I almost had to look at audio again. But how are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right.
We didn't stream Sudoku puzzles on Thursday because you were doing something. Do you want to share what you were doing?
I was with Martha doing Singo.
Cool.
I won twice.
Nice. I think you talked about that not last time, but like the time before that. I think it was the last Thursday that we streamed. That's the one where you're identifying the song based off of a
Right.
short clip from it.
Yeah.
And that clip has the name of the song in it, so it's a little easier to identify. And then it's otherwise just bingo on its own.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But that I do like the idea of that a lot more than bingo itself. It's at least got a little bit more than just B12.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it was also fun. Everybody's singing along, and we were all having a good time.
Yeah, there's just so much more interaction there. I think. Yeah. I haven't really been up to too much. Yep, that's it. Just continuing doing the stuff that I have been doing. Job searching, playing games. I need to stream more on days that aren't Mondays and Thursdays, and eventually I'll get around to doing that. But at least this has been helping me get at least started on doing that. That way I'm not doing absolutely nothing. But yeah. All right then. Anything else you wanted to talk about before we hop over to Sudoku?
Nope.
All right then. The first puzzle we have for today, if I hit start recording, is Tectonic Plus by Odd van de Wettering. Digits 1 through 5 appear in each marked region. No digit can be within a chess king's move of an identical digit. No orthogonal or diagonal trio of adjacent digits is an arithmetical sequence in order. So, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 1, or 3, 4, 5 are forbidden, but 1, 3, 2, and 5, 1, 3, and 2, 4, 5 are allowed. So they can't be in order,
Right.
diagonally or orthogonally, as long as it's a group of 3. Yeah, alright, cool. Then,
Well, that's interesting.
And it just says each marked region, so I don't think there's it has to be, well, obviously,
Well,
I don't think the columns are.
if you go below the 1 and 5, there's a cross-shaped one.
Yeah.
So Sudoku rules cannot apply because otherwise there's no place to put a 1 in that. Because there's a 1 above it, the center, and a 1 to the right of the center.
True. All right. Then, that's a 5s in one of these positions. Although I guess technically it could still be the columns, because the columns are 5 high. The widths, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 wide. So it would be, if we were doing semi-Sudoku rules, it would be 1 through 5 appears twice in each row. However, I don't think that's the case. So, Alright. 5, no 1 or 5. 5 has to be one of these two. I should probably turn off the
Yeah, conflict checker.
marker. Is it?
I think you passed it. Conflict checker in gameplay.
There it is. It might be a good idea to turn that off anyway, but in this box, this one sees all of those. So put one here, this one sees those, so that puts a one here. And then how does this one work? It can't go there or there, so that's a 1. And now how does this box work? It's neither of those two. Then this box can't go there. There or there. And I think that's all of the ones for now. Mm-hmm.
Well, across the center row, you see that 3 and the 1 that are together?
Yeah.
The one to the left of it cannot be a 5.
Yeah.
Because you cannot have 5, 3, 1. So
That puts 5 in the bottom here.
yeah,
So that just rules it out of the
digit
middle.
cannot. Right.
Okay, what can this digit be? It sees all of this box except for that one. We probably have something similar.
Yeah, I was looking for another one of those, and I'm not seeing one.
It's like this one is one of the two on the end. And this one has to be 3 or this digit. This one sees all of this except for there. This one sees all of these except for this one. And red and blue cannot be the same because they're in the same box.
Okay,
And
the
now
long one at the. Okay, go ahead.
go ahead.
That long one at the bottom, the one to the far right, since it has to be one of the two ends, it sees red on one side and blue on the other. So it can't be red, blue, or 1.
Well,
Not that that's helpful, but.
it could still be red if it was these two.
Oh, yeah, I guess it could. But the top one can't be red or blue.
Although I do need a blue digit in here. And blue sees those, and this blue sees that one. So this digit is blue. So now it can't be. They could still be red. Red. It's one of those. Oh, but what digit is red in here? It's one of those two. Means one can't be red, but we already put down. Oh, this digit. Where can this one go in this zone? It sees all of those, so it's one. This digit. Where can it go in this box? Well, it sees all of those, so now it's there. And since it touches red and blue, it cannot be red or blue. Now we get another digit entirely.
And you can place green in the shape that you're in at the moment.
Right, because it can't touch this one and it can't touch that one, and we know it's not blue. So that makes that one green. Just wish red and blue could be expanded to go farther left. Or excuse me, green and then get red to go farther down. I just know that red is one of these three down here, so it just can't be this one. Which doesn't mean that red is 5, so that doesn't help. I know that this one has to be one of the two ends, but it can still be blue if it's those two. Okay, what can this digit be in this box? We know it's not blue and green because it touches blue and green. It's not that one because King's move. And this is a 1, and it's right next to a 1. So this digit has to be red. And 1 is its own digit so far, so I'm going to make 1 yellow. And our last digit can be purple. That's a 1 purple pair.
Well, then the bottom of that column is red. No, the last column. Because the top is a 1 purple pair.
But it doesn't have Sudoku.
Oh, right. Forgot about that. So used to just doing Sudoku.
Yeah. Although, I mean, it does sort of look that way, because like this order here would imply that this is purple, And if this is a yellow-purple pair, then that would make that red, but it hasn't yet worked that way.
Right, yeah.
And we know that one of these two rows is going to have 3 ones in it. And this column has to have 2 ones in it. So, lots of confusing things going on. Okay.
Oh, well.
Go ahead.
Box. No, because red could be 5.
Yeah. Haven't moved down that yet.
Because I was looking there at shape 1, and it's like, well, red sees those two. Oh, wait a minute, it could be 5.
This is yellow purple. And this is red purple. Let's just mark all. Now, none of them are red. These two aren't purple, and this one's not green or blue. And that should have been obvious that it was a 1 a long time ago. It sees all 4 of those. Just missed that. But that's fine, that happens. Right, let's do the same thing over here. Okay. These can't be yellow. This one's not blue or green. These two aren't red. Okay, so that's less useful, but making some progress, I guess. This one is not yellow or pink.
The center digit of that is not red.
Right. Red has to be. And this isn't going to be that helpful because it's blue, purple, and green. This could still be yellow, otherwise I would say it's that one. It has to be one of those 2 digits because it's not red. This one is blue. Touches that. And since blue has to be one of those, this one's not blue.
Why does blue one have to be one of those 2?
This one has to be blue.
Right.
So it's not these 2. So it has to be one of these 3, which means it's not this
okay.
one.
I was missing one of the. Yeah. Okay.
I might have been unclear. We know that this one's not 5. We know that this one isn't 2. That would be 1, 2, 3.
Right.
So what can red be? Wherever there's just solid red. It's not 1, and it's not 3, and it's not 2. It's 4 or 5. I don't know if it's useful to continue expanding the colors out.
Probably not.
It already feels kind of pointless to put it here, except for the fact that we removed the blue there. One, two, four, five. These two aren't ones.
That's the one that's kind of in the center that has a 3 in it.
Yeah.
If the bottom left of its shape is a 1, then red would have to be 4.
Yeah. Because it would go 1, 3, 5 otherwise.
Right.
I would take 2 out of here.
Right, because one of them has to be 5.
Mm-hmm.
It would make the bottom 1, 4, and 5.
I think 2 can still be both of these, if this one's 1.
Well, but a 4 would be red. 5 has to be on that bottom row.
Yeah.
So that would be 1, 4, and 5. How does that affect the bottom row? 1 would be
true.
the 4th digit over. That would be 1.
And that would be 1.
Right.
You've got 2 here.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Can this be 4? Well, if this is 4, then red
Then
is
5
5.
is red.
But that would be 1. So this isn't 4. Because if this was 1, this had to
Right.
be 2. And if this isn't 1, then you've got 2, 4, 5. So this is 1 or 2. So we know that 4 and 5 are here.
Right.
What is this digit? It's
Right.
not 5. It's not 4. One, 2, or 3.
Okay. Go back up to the shape with the 3 in it. The shape above it. Between the two ones, one of those two has to be a 3 because it can't go below it.
Yeah.
You cannot have a 5 up there though, because no matter which way it goes, you would end up with, from one end or the other, you would get the 1, 3, 5.
Yeah. You also couldn't put 2 up there either.
So since 5, yeah. So that's 2, 5. That's 2.
So now, this has to be 1 based off of the logic we did earlier, right?
Right.
So, and because 5, 3, 1 would pull that out. Okay.
All right.
Then 1, 2, 3 means this is 4, and that's 3.
Okay. 4 has to be green or blue.
Yeah.
Come straight down from that the 4 up there that's green blue to that 2, 4, 5 that's red or purple underneath the 1. That can't be 4.
Right.
Three can. Oh no, that would be all right, because that would be
This
2, 1,
one in the top here can't. Since these are both green, either get 4 like this or 4 like that. Doesn't impact our blue
right.
digit, which makes a lot of sense. We know that that's.
Oh, that purple can't be 5. Over there
Right.
toward the right, yeah.
Neither can blue or green. Oh, this can't be 3 either. 1, 3, 5. So this is 3.
Right.
And now, where can 3 go in this box? It's not 1, and it doesn't touch those, so that's 3. Oh, and this ends up being 5. That's not red. Oh, and these two aren't red now. And this can't be red. This is red, and this isn't. And since 5 is red, purple is 2. And this is green, so 3 is blue.
And 4
And
is now
so
green.
4, 2, 3. Not blue and not green. So 5, 4. These aren't green, so this is 4. These are 3s. So 1, 2 pair. Green and purple is 2 and 4. And you can't go 3, 4, 5, so that's 2 above 4. This isn't blue. Oh, and these are 1, 2, 3. So I can't put a 2 in the middle. It would break. You can't put a 3 next to itself. Oh, and you can't put a 3 here next to the 4.
5, 4, 3.
So this is 3. 3 is blue. This is not blue. Green. Oh, 2 means this isn't 2. That's a 4. That's a 2. So green's out of here. Purple's out of there. This isn't purple, so it's not 2. And 4 is fine. 3 and either way is fine. 2, 4 is fine. Ah, but 2, 3, 4 is not. So this is a 1, that's a 2. Two. That's not a 2. You can go 2, 3,
Can't
2,
be 3, 4, 5. The diagonal from that 2, 5 possibility.
Right here.
Yeah, that can't. Yeah.
That's 5. 4 purple. We know that those two are the same. Oh, it can't go 3, 4, 5. So this is 4, 3. So that's a 3. And blue and green get taken out, so these two aren't blue. And 3
Not
is
3.
out.
It can't be 2, 3, 4, the diagonal.
This is a 2, which is not green, and this is not purple, so it's a 4. That was a pretty hard puzzle until we started coloring.
Yeah.
And it was still really finicky, I think. A lot of the really small stuff that we had to really pick out. But that was still a good puzzle. I like that one. Next puzzle. 7 by James Cox. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Adjacent digits along an orange line have a difference of at least 4. The small numbers in each cage show the sum of the digits in the cage, and digits cannot repeat in a cage. Alright, so it's just Dutch whispers. And just killer rules. So all of these are 1, 2, and 4. And if these have a difference of at least 4, they're not 3 and 4, and they're not 2 and 5. Okay, now these, I don't know if it matters, but these are all blue digits. And at least one of these has to be bigger than 1. So that's a high digit. Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Now I have to have a 5 somewhere along here. Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Now, unless this is the 5 itself, red, blue, 5, red, blue, 5, red, blue, red, blue. This is going to end up being blue. So this is either blue or 5. So if we say it's blue, red, blue, then there's going to have to be a 5 in here. If this is the 5, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, 5, red, and I can't put another 5, so this would end up being blue. So this is not 5, it's blue. And this has to be red, and this has to be blue, and the reason for that is because I need a 5 in one of these positions. Because the 5 goes here, and then this is 1 and then 9, and then I can go down, or a 5 is here, and this ends up being a red digit, and 9 and 1 there. 5 is one of those two.
In box 7.
7 down here.
Yeah. Bounding that 1, 6, one of those has to be a 2. Because 6 is going to have to be followed by 2.
Right. So I already know where the 5 is in this column. So this has to be red, blue, red, blue, red. So this is 6, this is 1, that's 2. Now I don't know where the 5 is in this row or this column. So this is blue, but we don't know what this digit is.
Okay, well, if we go up the first row, from the 2 would have to go to 7 or 8.
This 1, of course, this to be a 1, and 5 has to be surrounded by 1 and 9.
Right, yeah. And the other red is 7 or 8.
Now
and
we
that
know
3
that
or
these
4
are 7
blue
or 8.
can't be. That has to be 3.
Yeah, for multiple reasons. Oh, I need to have 5 in this row. And it has to be surrounded by 1 and 9. So this has to be 5 and 9. And this cannot be 1, so this is red. This cannot be a 4. One or 3. Oh, this has to be an 8. because that's the only digits that 4 can be surrounded by.
Right.
A 3 would make that a 7, and a 1 would make it a 9. Or, excuse me, a 5. One, 5, 9, or 3, 7, 2? Or 1?
Yeah. And then it would be 159. No, if that was 1.
Yeah. You have 5 and 9.
Because if it was 3, 7, 1.
If it's 2, it ends up being 9 and 5.
And then 1.
And if this is a 9, it's 5 and 1. Yeah. 1, 5, 9. 9, 5, 1. Or 2, 9, 5, 1.
Well, that's a 1, 2, 5, 9 quad. So that is 7. The 1, 2, oh, the blue?
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure that the logic there was correct, because
Right.
I want to make sure I'm not overlooking something, because that was from this side of things.
Right.
It's 1, 5, 9, 3, 7, 1 or 2. 1 or 9 would be 5, 1 or 9. So if this was 2, the only way that was a 2 is this was a 7.
Right. 3, 7, 2.
And we only get the 7 if this was 3. So then this has to be a high digit, which is 6 or 9. So we know that this is 6 or 7. And it can't be 9, because 9 has to have the 5 around it, next to it.
But neither 6 nor 7 can have 4 beside it. Which makes that a 1, 2 pair.
Yeah.
Now, is the first cell of that box have to be only 1 or 9?
So it's either 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9. It cannot be an 8.
And it can't be 1, 9.
Yeah. Or 8. This is a 2. This cannot be. Well, it could be 1 or 9. I messed up the logic so many times. Okay. 1 has to be followed by 5. 3 has to be followed by 7. Oh, but 3 could be followed by 9, except the 9 down here. And it can't be 8, and it can't be 6. Okay. So 1 forces a 5, forces a 9. 3 forces a 7, because it'd have to be 7, 8, or 9, and it's 8 and 9 here. So a 7 has to be followed by a low digit that is 3 or smaller.
Well, and it
And
can't
we already
be
said
3
it was a
because
3.
it's 3 on the other side.
Okay. So then we've got our 1, 2 pair. Now, if it was 1, 5, 9, then this would be a low digit, and it's not 1. And apparently it's not 2 or 4 because of our 2 down here. So that ends up being a 3. And then we've got another high digit, which has to be 7. Then this one in the corner ends up being 6. And then in the lower section, we had a 7 here.
Right.
So this is 6 regardless. Because this is now a 7 in one of these two
Right, in one of those two.
Okay, so then if this was 1 or 2, let's say it was a 2. Because 1 would be 5 and then 9. 2 would be 6, 7, 8, 9. And it cannot be 6 or 8, and I've already used 7. This would be 5 or 9. And if it's a 9, then it's followed by a 5.
Right, and since it's a 1-2 pair, right, 2, the other one is a 1, so it just depends on which way the 5-9 goes.
Okay, I should have done that way sooner, because that took like 6 times going through the logic to get that correct. Okay. What about this row? I've already got a 5 used. We know that this goes red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. 1, 2, 3 pairs. And since they have to be red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, and that's already
And there's
blue,
already a blue.
This has to be a high digit. If this was a 9, it would go 5, 1. Which can't be. This isn't a 9. If this is a 9, it goes 5, 1, which isn't disallowed. But since this isn't a 9, this is blue, which is 3 or 4. Excuse me, 2 or 3. I looked at that and then said the wrong digits. But
Well,
since
2
this can't be a
can't
1...
go to 6, it would be 7 or 7, 8, 9. Because there's already a 6.
Yeah. And now 5 has to be one of these two.
Right. It's a 1-5 pair.
So this is 2 and 1. This is 3, 7, 2. And it goes 1, 5, 9. That feels correct. There's something gnawing at me about it, but by being goofy, I don't know. This cannot be a 4-5 pair, because then these would both be 1s. So one of those is 1, and one of those is 1. And actually, where does 4 go in this box? It's not here, it's not there, and then this 4 takes it at the top, and that one at the bottom. So this is a 4, and that's a 1. So that's a 5, and that's a 1. That, and 9, and you can have 7
pair
in
in both
either
the column and
positions.
the row. And in row 5.
Yeah. We've got all the low digits down here, and in this box. So this ends up being a 3 because of these 2 3s. Which means that these are 7, 8, 9. Now I don't have to have a 5 on this 7 in the middle.
Right.
So, I. But I do know that none of these can be 5. So this is low, that's high, this is low, that's high, low, and high.
And going down the diagonal one, neither one of those 2 left over can be 5.
Right, because of
They
these
both
2
see
5s.
5s.
So this is blue and red. Six, 7, 8, 9. It's not. 4 can't be next to a 6. That's 7, that's 6. 8. 5. Oh, 7 makes that an 8, makes that a 7. And an 8 and a 7. And this is a 7. Now what was I doing in this row? 1, 3, 4. So 5, 6, and 9. And this can't be 5 or 9. So that's a 6. Neither of those are. And actually, this is 5, 9, and 2. 2, so that is. So I got 5, 9, and 5, 9. Missing, what, 8 in this box? And what am I missing in here? 1, which is this digit, and 7, I think. 3 is here. I need 5 and 6. Aren't fixed yet. How about this? There's only 3 left. 3, 4, and 9. That 4 places a 4 here, and this 9 places the 9 3. That means 5 and 9 is corrected. This is just missing 1 digit, which I think is a 6. Seems like that's true. 2 and, excuse me, there's a 2 there. 8 and 9. I don't know which way to go yet. I guess I should go here, 7, 8, 9. And apparently that's an 8. So that's 9, that's 7. That's an 8. And then the last 3 are 5, 6, and 9. And the 9's in the middle. 5, 6 pair means this is 7 or 8. It's not a 7, so that's 8, 7, 8 there. And then this is a 5 or a 6. So 5, 6, and 4, it looks like. That's not a 4, so 5, 4, 6, 5, 6, 5. I'm missing a 1, a 3, 7, and 6.
That was quick.
Yeah, that was. That one was pretty good. I liked the logic up here with the fact that there had to be a 5, and so that gave us that this had to be a 4. Or not a 4, that this had to be blue, and the logic that we could work out from that. How we got this being a red digit was interesting here. all around, the logic of that puzzle is very fun. Alright. Then, next puzzle. Parity Loop by Lithium Ion. Normal Sudoku rules apply. All even digits in the grid, except the even digits in the center box, form a single closed loop that moves orthogonally through the centers of cells and does not branch, overlap, or touch itself, not even diagonally. A digit in a circle indicates exactly how many circles contain that digit. Digits in a cage sum to the value in the top left corner. Digits in a thermometer must increase from the bulb end. What was the loop? All even digits in the grid, except the even digits in the center box, form a single closed loop. So, how many of that is there? Because that's 4, 4, 4, 4. It's 4 times 8, which is 32. I don't know why that took me so long to think through. And then how many circles do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22. Actually did that systematically this time. 22. So whatever. So the digits themselves have to add to 22. And there has to be at least 5 of them.
Well, 1 through 6 is 21, but 1 through 5 and 7 is 22.
So the biggest digit. Well, if there are 6 digits, the biggest digit is 7. But if there are 5, well, 1 through 4 is 10, so it couldn't be 1 through 4 and the largest digit. So, it's only if there are 6 does that cause problems.
Well, and 9, 8, and 5 is 22.
Yeah. But I have to have at least 5.
Oh, right.
And I could have a 9. Although that would mean those two are 9.
No, you couldn't have 9.
Why?
Oh, yeah, I guess you could.
Yeah. You could have 9 just barely. That would mean there are 5 digits, but okay. Not really sure where to start. Okay, well, one thing we know is that every corner is odd. because the even digits form a closed loop. And if the corner was even, it would not be
Right,
possible
you
to
can't
get
do it.
in and out. It would require 5 digits.
Right.
Now, can this digit? No, that digit can be even. I don't know what to talk about. I really have such a hard time thinking of ways to move through the puzzle. I mean, I guess. Okay, well, we learned that this one's odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It can't be 1, and it can't be 9, and it could be a 7. So, I mean, this is minimum 4, and 5, 6, 7 through 9, and this is max 6. Now, if there are 6 digits in the circles, then this loses its ability to be 8 and 9. In fact, it would also lose its ability to be 6. It would end up being 5 or 7. Because if there are 6 digits, it's 1 through 5, which is 15, plus 7 for 20. And if we have 5 digits, then it's not restricted in the same way.
Right. I'm looking at box 7. The 10 cage has to either both even or both odd.
Yeah.
If they're both even, then the circle above and the circle at the bottom of the right are both even.
Yeah.
If they're both odd, the 2 to the left have to both be odd because you can't get into and out of. So those 2 on the left are always odd.
Okay, yeah.
So, because we're looking at now, so if those are both odd, then the circle above is always even because it's even if it's even. And this, yeah, because it would have to go around it. It either comes down and around, but the bottom one is not necessarily even. But that tops the circle above the 10 is always even.
Because if it went through here, it has to go through here, or if it went through here, it has to go here. There's no way around it. Those three would
Right.
have to be even. So,
Right.
okay.
But that's just, we know that those are always that.
Yeah.
The 9 is either one, is always one of each.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be either one, depending on whether the 10 is evens or odds.
If this was 5 or 7, this would have to also be odd. So this couldn't be 5, and that be 5, and that be 3. So this would have to be. So if there are 6 digits in our
Right.
circles, it goes 7, 5, 3, and then 1 or 2.
So the end of the thermo cannot be a 5. The tip of it. Because
If there
for
are
that to be
6
a
circles.
5, well, no, but I'm looking at from the even and odd.
Right.
If that's
That's
a 5,
true.
it would have to be 5, 4, 3. That can't be even because
Right.
it gets locked out of the.
Because if this is even, then this has to be even.
And the 3, 5, 7 in the corner,
This
if
can't
that's
be 8.
7, it would be 7, 8, 9, and you can't do that. So that can't be 7.
Right.
And it can't be 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, if this is 7 or 9, this is also odd.
Right.
And if this is even, then this also has to be even. So these are locked in their parity, the same way this 10 was. Oh, which means that this has to also be even regardless. Doesn't it? Because if these two are even, then it has to be those two. And if these two are odd, then that one's also odd, then that whole block is odd.
Right.
And then you have to have it DVD as those 3. Okay, yeah, so that the same logic applies. This is also even.
Actually, okay, if the bulb is even, then the tip has to be even.
And then then that has to be even.
Well, it could
no,
be
it doesn't.
even or odd.
So I could go like this.
Right.
So these aren't the same. If this is odd, this can be even, but this cannot be even and this be odd.
Right, because then it would be trapped.
Okay.
Yeah,
we can go like this.
The bulb and the tip have to be the same parity. And the tip and the elbow have to be the same parity.
So,
well, no, they could, the tip and the elbow could be different because it could go across and not include it.
If this is odd, then it doesn't matter what this is.
Right.
But if this is odd, then both of those are odd.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if the tip is even, either the bulb or the elbow is even, but they cannot both be even.
It could be neither.
Well, that's true.
So it's just, if this is odd, those are also odd. Which is true of all of the centers. And then we'd have an entirely odd Fistomothel ring. Which isn't possible. Okay, so all of the centers of our corner boxes cannot be odd. But I don't know if that means that none of them can be. Yeah, as soon as you put an odd digit here, this ends up becoming even along with those two. And if this is even, since it's on the Fistomothel ring, you have to have another digit that's even somewhere. It's advanced logic stuff. I don't think this puzzle needs. I hope it doesn't need it. And if either of those are even, the center has to be even. And they can't both be even, but they could both be odd. If this is odd, they're both odd. If either of these are even, then this is even. But it doesn't have enough impact. Okay, there's gotta be something else. What is it? If this was a 6, that's a 3.
Okay, the circles cannot contain all 4 of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Unless there's 6 digits.
No.
Why not?
Oh, unless there's 6, yes. Okay. If there are 6, then yes, it can.
Because it's 1 through 5 plus 7. If there's only 5, then no. It could.
Because of the 10 is the reason I was looking at that.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think of it that way. But,
I just was looking, it's like, wait a minute, we can't have 1 through 4.
although the 10 wouldn't necessarily be affected, because there's only 5 circles in there. And
Right.
we've already,
But if there are only 5 digits for the circles, they cannot include, well, it wouldn't be anyway, because there's 22 circles. So.
And the most you can do with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 9 is 19.
19.
Okay. If there are 6 circles, the 6th circle has to be inside of the 10 because it's the last low digit.
Right.
The high digit inside of the 10 would have to be 8 or 9. And so it would be a 1, 9 or a 2, 8. Because my high digit, the 7 and the 5, well, those are already here. Not necessarily. Because one of these would have to be 3 in that case. But I have 1 through 4 in the circles. And they cannot all be represented here, so the low digit in the 10 had to be one of our circles. Okay. Then, which means that the circles are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. And so then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. The low digits are already taken account of because it's a low digit in the 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 7 have to be on the outside. So the high digit cannot be 7. So this cannot be 3. But the low digit, so it's only the 3, 7 pair that's taken out. I don't know why I thought 4 and 6 were left alone. But it can still be odds with 1, 9. But if those are 1, 9, then these would all be even. So then you've got 5 and 7 and 1 and 3 taken out. Those are 2 and 4. This is 6 or 8. And we're saying that this is 1 and 9 in some fashion. And 2 and 4 are out, so those would all be odd. So then that would be our last even as a 6, 8. Or this is even and those are even. Neither of these could be 8. Or 6. Oh. So if there are 6 distinct digits in the circles, it cannot have 2 even digits in the 10. Because it would have to pass through these 2 circles.
Right.
And those would be forced to be 2 and 4 because 6 and 8 aren't in 1 through 4. Well, or excuse me, 1 through 5 plus 7. Then this would be 6 and 8, so that wouldn't work. If there are 5 distinct digits, though, then the 10 doesn't contain any of them, but there's enough digits around that it wouldn't matter. Although, if there's 5, then we know that the circles sum to 22. That's 32. What would those two digits be? 13? Means you would have to have 1 through 3, but you wouldn't have to have 1 through 3 represented in the circles. It's just through the circles and 10. This has already taken as long as the other puzzles individually.
Yeah.
And we have very little. Oh my god. This is such a difficult puzzle. And I'm pretty sure that it was... how long? Mark solved it in less than 25 minutes. So we're missing something that must be fairly obvious. Alright, well... Okay. This was 3, 5, or 7. It couldn't be 1 or 9. Because it's in the middle. If it was a 7, that would go 8 and 9, but this would end up being even with no place to go. That can't be a 7. And then this cannot be an 8 because it would be followed by a 9. So this one's maximum 7. If this was a 5, it would be preceded by a 4, and then a 3, which isn't going to work. So that can't be a 5. If this is a 4, this has to be even. 4, 5, 6, or 7, both of which can be followed by 8. Except those 3 cannot all be even. So if this is 4, that is 7 and 8. And if this is 1 or 3, well, a 3 would make that a 5, meaning those are the same parity regardless. Either 6, 8, or 7, 9. If this is a 2, then this is 6 or 8. And this would be 5 or 7. I have no clue. Alright. Sudoku Notepad time. Alright. If there are 6 digits, We know what they are. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. And then the 10 is odd. If there are 5 digits, 1, 2, 3, and 9 is 15. We need to add a 7. And then I can go 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. I can go 1, 2, 5. And that's 8. So I would need 6, 8 for 14. And then I can go 1, 3, 4. And I still need 14. So that would be either 5, 9 or 1, 3, 4, 6, 8. That was 8, so how about 9? So that's 1, 2, 6. And 22 requires another 13, which can't be done. 7 and 8 are 15. But
5, 8's 13.
Well, I was going in
1,
order
2, 5, 6, 8. Right.
Yeah. So then this would be 3, 5. And now I can go 6, 7. And then I can go 1, 4, 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7. Or 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. And then if I go 10, 2, 3, 5,
and 12.
Well, I guess there's 1, 2, 7, but I need 12.
Yeah, but you were at 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, which isn't reducible.
True. Okay. Yeah, there's no way to squish any of the digits. Alright, so can't go 1 through 7, we can't go 1, 3, 6, we can't go 1, 4, 5, and get 12. Okay. So then, what would the 10 be? That would be 4, 6. That would be 3, 7, so that one's ruled out. This would be 3, 7, or 4, 6. It couldn't be 4, 6. It would have to be 3, 7. This would have to be 2, 8. This would not work because it would have to be 2, 8. You do 2, 8. You can't do 4, 6. This one's 1, 9. And this one's also 1, 9. And the ones that are even, I'm going to put in front, because then my even digits, which would be this one and that one, what do they have to look like? My 10's 4, 6, so it'd be 2.
There aren't 2 odds in that. 1, 3, 7, 9. Or 2 evens.
Right. So this one's ruled out.
1,
there
3,
aren't
5, 9.
2 evens because it's just a 4.
1, 3, 5, 7. Not 2 evens.
So
the 10 is odd, no matter what.
Okay. Smaller bit is part of the 6. Higher bit is 7. Oh, wait, except it couldn't be even. So it would have had to be 19. Because the lower digit had to be in there, not the higher digit.
Right.
So then we determine whether or not 3-7 works. Because it's 6-8, 4-6, or 4-8 down here, whereas 2-4 are the even digits.
And 2, 6, and 8 are 2, 4, 8, or 2, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6.
Yeah. Now, can this last circle be part of the digits? Not if it's 6, and only if there are 5 digits. Because all of the 5 digits have 3 evens. 4, 6, and 2, 2, 4, and 8, 2, 6, 8.
Well, it only has to have 2 even circles.
Yeah. So if this is even, then it has to be 6. If this is odd, it has to be 4. Because of the way the digits, or excuse me, if this is even, then it's 5 digits. If it's odd, then it's 6 digits. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah. Because the 5 digits if it's 5 digits, it has 3 evens, and if it's 6 digits, it only has 2 evens.
Oh, one other thing that I just realized. These pair are the 10. Because these are the odd digits, these are the evens. There's no 9 in the circle. And 7. There's no 9s in the circles. The 6 digits.
Right.
The highest odd is 7. And for 5, the highest digit is 8.
Right. Well, no matter what, there are 2. 2 is in all of them.
Yeah. If this is odd, then that's odd. You can't go like that.
Right. Oh, no, never mind.
Can this be even? Is there any reason why it can't? No. Because you can just do that. Or you can do that.
That one has to be odd.
Right. And in both cases.
Because
this
it
is
can't
odd.
touch each stuff.
Even diagonally, but it doesn't count the middle?
Right, the center doesn't count.
I kind of want both of those to be odd, because then all of these are even. And it has to connect there. And this would have to go up. And it couldn't go right,
Yep.
so then it would have to go here, so then it has to enter. And you'd have these two. And it can't double back, so it would go there. Oh, yeah, this could be even. That's fine. But it would have to go like this. Oh, wait. Yeah, I want it to go like that. And that. Then either way, this is the last digit, and it has to enter here. But how do we decide that? Is it this 9? Can't think
I
of a
don't know.
reason why it would be the 9. Okay, what about this group over here? If it's the 6 digits, I've got 3 and 5 taken care of already, and this digit has to be within the group. So the outside, so those would all have to be the remaining digits. You'd have to have 7 in there, and all that. But the others would be 6, 8, and 9. And then if it's 5 digits, I don't know if you're necessarily guaranteed that this one is part of the group. Okay, well, I want to draw lines. So we know this exists. If these two are odd, then this path has to look like so. If it's not that path, then it looks like this. It wouldn't be able to go up, so it has to go there. So this digit is even. Okay. Can I get to this digit? No, I've already used 2. 3 and 4 would get me there. And 3 and 4 would get me here. So these are odd in both instances. Because if red, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's stuck in this box, because it doesn't go into the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, I can't even reach this corner. We know that those are all odd. If this is odd, then I have 2 evens over here. That would be 3. Oh, regardless of what happens with red, my crossing in to the final box has to be here, right? Red could go up and then right, or right and then up. But it has to cross into here this way. But then it wouldn't be able to go down, because there wouldn't be enough remaining to get back out. So then I wouldn't be able to finish. That would be 1, 2, 3 odds in the bottom row. So red would have to connect here to finish enough evens in the bottom row. So this is even. And now there are only, for red, there are only 2 evens in this row. So I can't go up and then right, because I would run out of space. That would be all 4 of my evens. So I would have to go right, then up, and then right again. So red connects here and goes like this. So these are blue. Or even.
Even.
Yeah, I don't know why I said blue there. That was weird. And these are odd in both instances. And now, red wouldn't be able to double back, so it would have to go up. Red has to have 3 evens, which makes sense because that's the 3 even path up here. This is the green line, and this is the red line. One, two, three, 4. I've already used up all of my evens. So green, it has to go left or right here. Red's used up 2.
Well, red's can't go straight up and out. Well, that would only be 3 anyway.
Yeah. Oh, regardless of what's going to happen, red is going to go through this cell.
Right.
But then I wouldn't be able to go right, because then I wouldn't be able to go out. So red has to go up and left. And the same thing here. Green has to go up through here. They have to go to this one next and then up. But I wouldn't be able to then go left and around, because then there's not enough digits. So I have to go this way, if I'm the green path. Now red has taken up all of these on the right side, or excuse me, the left side. You think I'd know my lefts from rights by now.
Yeah, whatever.
So red is eventually going to have to take one of these cells up here. So red cannot take any of these. So they're odd, for certain. Now, red's path. This one's odd in red's path. So I need to put 4 evens in this column. So red, I think, has to cross through this cell. Because if it didn't, how does it put at least 2 in this group? Because it couldn't go those 2 and then right, it would double back on itself. So it can't take this one without being at least 3, and then going up. Like that. So I think red has to come up through here. Because if it goes left, then it has to come all the way up. If it skips one, then it has to take these 2. But red has to take these 2. Through some choice.
Right.
And then red.
Well, then wouldn't green just mirror that on the right?
I think green can go left here if it wants.
Oh, yeah, I guess it can.
But I guess... Oh! No! It couldn't. Because if green did, if green took the left path here, how do I get 4 evens over here? I've just now put like so many odds in the right column. So yeah, green can't go that way. So yeah, green. You're exactly right. Green has to copy that path. So it goes here or it goes here, but it's going to have to path through that way. And since we've got duplicates here, not there, those are even. And then since green is like the master path, but none of these can be even.
And right now, there's only one little even spot in the Fistmafel ring.
Right. Now, over here on the right, green is either... If green took these 3, then it would be done. So it would have to go left. If it only took 2, it goes up and then left. But either way, it's going to have to path this way.
No,
It's
it
going to
can't
have
go
to
that way.
finish...
1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Look at column 8 at the bottom. Right now there are 5 green. That green path passes through 5.
Oh, so it
There are
has
not.
to go this way.
Yeah.
So then this is green then. Because we know red takes these 2, and then it has to turn right because it has to take up 4. And it has to go up. And then it has to finish this column out, and then go here. So, it's because this isn't the same down here. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 3, 4. Oh, green's broken. Green can't go left now.
Oh, it can't.
So green doesn't work. So it has to be the red path. It's odd. That's even. That's odd. That's even. That's even. These are odd. Even. Odd. And I don't think I need a path anymore. That's odd.
Then box 4, cell 2 is odd.
Box 4, cell 2. Yep.
Yeah, you already got it.
And then it goes up, so these are odd. So this is even. and that makes this odd, which means that's
The
odd.
bulb is now
because
1
the
or
path
3.
is this way. 4 comes out, 4 and 6 comes out, 6 and 8, 7, 5, 3, 1. So I have to have a 7, so it can't be this one, and it can't be that one. And we just learned that it was the red line. So this is 1, 9, 2, 4, and 6, and 5, 7. If I'm reading that correctly. No, 3, 7. And this is 5.
And we're missing 8 in that box.
But I don't think I need the Sudoku pad anymore. Okay. 9. 2, 4, 6. These are 2, 4, 6. These are 6. This is 3, 4, 7. This can't be a 3, so that's a 7. That's a 3, that's a 7. And that's 3 or 7. These 3 or 7.
Box 1 has a green circle, so it's 2, 4, 6.
6. And now my 2s are taken up here and here. So these can't be 2. And that's 1, 2, 3 4s. So only one of those is a 4. Or neither of them. Because I can have 4s in places. But this paths this way, so this is green. And it can't go down, so that's odd. That's green. This one's odd. And then either way, it's going to go through those two. And that finished this column. And now it can't be this one. So that's odd. So that finishes that. So the rest of those are odd. It has to go here. And it just depends on whether it goes this way or this way. But these are 3 or 7. This can't be a 7. Or, excuse me, 3. And now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Three and wait, what? 1, 2. These have to be 4 and 6. That's 1, 2,
3, 4, 5,
3,
7, 8, 9.
4. Those are both 6.
I only see 9 oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there's a circle in the in box 5.
3 and 7.
It's orange. Yeah.
Yeah, I was very concerned about that too.
It's like I counted 12 green.
So those are my 2 2s and 2 of my 4s. And that's the 4s.
Yeah.
And the last 2 6s. Okay. We're good. So now this is 2 or 8. Those are 2 or 8.
Well, the thermo in box 2.
Not 1, not 9, not 7. Can't be a 9.
Can't be
It can't be 1 or 3.
Or 3.
at least, I guess both of those could be 3s. Because I still need 2 3s. But this is a 3-5-7 triple, so this is 1 and 9. These are also 1 9, and then this is 3 or 5. 3-5-7 triple again, 1 and 9. So, wait, how did I miss the fact that those had to be even? So, odds here and there and even, so this is a 6, not a 6. Did I mess something up?
Oh, no, I guess that would be a 3-5 pair in box 1. The other orange that's blank. And it can't be either one.
Oh. Can't be 1 or 9. Well, now I definitely messed something up. Okay. But these are 2, but these are 4. So this is even, odd, even,
But it sees
odd,
all.
a 9.
Okay, that one, yeah.
These are 3 and 5, but that can't be 3 and 5. No, what did I do wrong? It's 10 o'clock. Do we just do this puzzle over again?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Alright, well, we'll just, I don't know. I guess the stream will exist, but, I don't know. It's not like I have been posting the, recordings yet, either. Anyway. But,
Yeah.
alright, well, that will be it for today, because it is 10, and we've messed that puzzle up, so, well, we didn't mess it up multiple times, we just messed it up once. And, I don't know, it took a very long time to get through the logic of, like, what are the options for what the 22 digits, or the 22 digits are, and how they send them together and stuff, but, I don't know, we will figure that out next time, so stop recording. But yeah, alright, anything before we sign off, Mama?
I don't think so.
Alright, then, have a good night, everyone who watched this, or morning or afternoon, depending on when you watch. But yeah, right, then, that is the end. Thank you all for watching.